we're gonna switch it up today with what I'm making. I've got some other projects going on that you'll see, but they're not done yet. So, in the meantime, we're gonna clean the shed and make something to help me organize my Allen wrenches. Because it is a disaster in here, and I just need to clean it yet again because I worked in here for 10 minutes. So, anyway, stick around, we'll make something cool. My biggest fan. So you guys have seen me working here, and I've explained before, this is a really small workspace. It's highly functional, but one of the drawbacks you get with a small space is the limited area that you have to work on stuff. So that means that when you work on stuff, it gets dirty immediately. So anyway, doing a lot of fabrication for an upcoming video that you'll see for the CX here. Some cool parts, but I need to clean up that mess until I'm ready to finish up that project. And then I want to do something else to help me organize the shop, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So anyway, I'm gonna get to cleaning and then we'll get right back to it. Shop's all cleaned up. We are looking pretty good right now. So this project I'm talking about that I'd want to do is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I have an issue with my Allen wrenches. This is what I keep them in. That's not very organized. It's not very professional. So what I find myself doing a lot of times is this thing's just kind of wandering around the shop, and when I need a specific size, I have to go digging through here. It takes a long time. Again, it's not organized. It's not a cool system. And the reason I've done this is because I don't really have a dedicated spot in any of my drawers where it would seem to fit and make sense. So what I want to do is, using some plastic that I have, I want to drill some holes, and I want to mount these Allen wrenches vertically in here and then mount that on the wall. And that's going to keep a low profile, and it's going to be something that I can like quickly look at and grab using just the common sizes that I typically use. So I'm not going to put all of them in here, but I will put the majority or all of the ones that I use on a common basis. So that's going to be a cool project, and I can get rid of the coffee can here and move on with my life and not spend countless moments, I guess, wasting countless moments looking for the right Allen wrench. So let's get started. Alright, so I've got this organized here. We have the kind of core standard sizes I use, and then a lot of the metric sizes I use, and there's a lot of doubles in here. Like I said, there's some that are cut down extra short, there's some that are long. So anyway, that's what I use. This is like my unmarked pile, so I'm going to separate those in maybe like a plastic bag, and I don't know, like toss them back in here or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start marking out how to get this cut. So I want to leave it maybe a little long on both sides, and I might only end up taking like 2 inches off or 3 inches off of this thing. And then I'll try to clean it up, make it smooth, and then work on getting holes drilled in it, and then we'll get it on the wall. So I think what I'm going to have to start doing here is, since every hole is going to be a different diameter, and essentially that means every hole is going to be a different spacing, I just have to start from one side and just go to the other. So I will start with, I'll just work left to right, and this is just going to be very time consuming, marking it by hand, and then we'll take it to the drill press, we'll find the right chuck, and then it's going to take a while. So I'm going to tune back in after I get at least half of this drilled. Save you guys some boredom. Alright, so I've got my first hole drilled here, and the tension on this thing is perfect. So anyway, another thing I've done, since, you know, this is not exact, but I want to make it, you know, pretty good. You notice this line is diagonal back to front, so obviously as you have a smaller Allen wrench, the overhang is slightly less, so I don't want my short ones to be in the center and then you not be able to pick it up with your fingers, so I'm going to move those towards the front as we go. So they're all staggered, and then here they're all eyeballed as far as, you know, where my center lines are. So I have my center marks. I'm going to go ahead, do my pilot hole for all of these, and then we'll go back and just start drilling even more. Alright, no more Folgers can. We have all the extras and some miscellaneous sizes in here that I don't typically use. But check this out. Looks pretty good. So, just Allen wrench. They slide in, they don't rotate, and they're easy to remove. So, that's exactly what I wanted. So very organized. I could go as far as putting a piece of like metal on here and engrave like what size they are, but I don't think that'll be required. I have a pretty good idea of what I use and what spot it's in. So, you know, just a piece of plastic I got. I will link the type I used in the description. And yeah, just drilled all the sizes, and then you saw how I took each individual Allen wrench and like, depending on your pilot hole, you know, what I was doing is I was drilling, making sure I was drilling larger than the smallest diameter on here, but smaller than the largest diameter here on the edges. And then I was taking it, heating it up the edge, and then just forcing it through at the angle I wanted it. And then, you know, cooling it off real quick, and then you clean off all the plastic that melted on the Allen wrench, pull it back out, and then you have a nice fitted piece. So, worked really good. But yeah, I think this thing's awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. It's low profile, and it's like all different size Allen wrenches, and they're not like extending far from the wall or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. But of course, I have a lot of different little organizational things I've made in this shop space. You know, such as my JIS screwdriver holder here. I keep these separate from the screwdrivers in my box. just because these are for specific type fasteners. And my marker holder here, that's a wheel center cap and then an air intake boot adapter. So that just happened to work out one day. That was not planned. My tape holder here, that's actually a camshaft out of a Ford Duratec V6. I had 4 of these things. I made a few of these. I made paper towel holders, stuff like that. So yeah, all kinds of little things I can make in here. You know, like my strap holder back there. But one of the things I want to do once I get this bike done is go ahead and make another table and make like some metal, metal organization racks. I have just kind of my metal piling up down there. It gets pretty chaotic in here, but it still does a good job for the initial build out. So anyway, yeah, this is just one thing I've been wanting to get done. It's done now, and we can get back on the bike. So whenever the next video I put up will definitely be a nice little project I've been working on for this. You guys should enjoy. So anyway, I'll see you then.